Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, Divine Feminines. I've already done the Divine Masculines reading just now. Well, 5 minutes ago, I suppose. I'm just putting away their cards. I don't know why. It's like I'm going to premiere this later tonight though for the Divine Feminines. So it's not going to be two readings going out first. I'll let the Divine Masculines read in. I'm not even uploading it yet. So I've saved it to my laptop and kind of cracked straight on with this one. And I'll upload them throughout the day. Okay, so I'm only going to be doing a reading on Monday and Friday, as in a tarot reading this week. On Wednesday, I'm focusing on personal readings. So if you'd like a personal reading with me this week, it's a potluck reading. It's £25 and you're going to get a recorded reading from me. So details are in the description box. Also, you can find me over on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page that I've just kind of launched, which is Sheldon Sanctuary. You can find that over on Facebook. I'll try and put the details in the description box again, but it should be quite easy to find over there. I'm doing kind of like a daily oracle card. Also, there's some products for UK residents that you might be interested in. And just sharing basically just information. It's light information. That's nice, isn't it? It's light information. It's just more gentler than what the tarot readings come out with. So and it's not really about me seeing my face and talking. So it's more material information, if that makes sense. Stuff for you to think and ponder over. Okay, so let's put these cards away. We shall have a look and see what's going on with the Divine Feminines today. I'm going to do a Celtic Cross on Monday, and I'm doing a free flow reading on a Friday, and I'm considering about maybe start doing my weekly lives again on a Sunday. But I'll let you know about that on Friday. Okay, so now we know the deal. Let's crack on with this reading for the Divine Feminines. Now, the energy feels so much different to what it felt when I was doing the Masculines energy. It was quite draining. It was, I felt quite tired. Just like getting into the flow of things. So, I feel well in the flow now, Divine Feminine. So, let's have a look and see what cards want to come out for you on this Monday. Okay, oh, we're starting with, okay, we can do that. Are we going to start? Okay, we're going to start with the Witch's Tarot. Now, we're actually looking at the Divine Masculine who's waiting for his harvest. That's what we're going to be talking about. The Divine Masculine, he's standing here. He's just like pondering. He's still in the shadows, but he's starting to become quite, look, his face is picking up the sun here, his arm. It's shining on them coins now. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles, that's the Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine's energy there. It's a nice skirt you're wearing there, Divine Masculine. Looks like a kilt without its kind of crosses. It's crosses. I'm spitting over the table now. Noughts and crosses. Noughts and crosses. I would have thought maybe dot your I's, cross your T's. But noughts and crosses. Okay, the card that wanted to show itself is the challenge for the masculine energy is actually his passion. Look at him. He looks quite smug, doesn't he? Looks like the bloody devil sitting there. So his challenge is his devil. The devil's got into the Divine Masculine. He's showing up in your reading, Divine Feminine. Okay, so we're looking at the Divine Masculine. Oh, look at him. In all his green. It did come out a lot, the green. He's longing for some passion. I'm not sure how you're going to assist this situation, Divine Feminine, but it's what we're talking about. Okay. Feels like he could be in trouble. Okay, he feels like he's been residing in hell. So it feels very much about releasing the devil here. What's happened in the past? Two of Swords. Okay, this came up in the past energy of the Divine Masculines, and it was kind of saying that he's been withholding all his feelings. It's these devilish feelings here. You're not aware of the intensity of them. Okay. Let's look at the current energy. And in the masculine's past position, it looked like he was going to be informing you. Communication was coming in. The Tower is the current energy. So it does feel like it's a boiling point for the masculine here. It's very fiery, his energy. Okay, so we've got the Tower as the current energy for the Divine Feminines. Now, here and now. It's an epiphany that comes in. It's something that you picked up a while back, Divine Feminine. So if there's something that your Divine Masculine's hiding from you, okay, and he thinks like it's a really, really, really bad thing. It's like, I don't know how I'm going to tell her this. It's like you already know. I feel like you already had this insight, but you had it a while ago. So I feel if it was something that was going to trigger you, upset you, as the Divine Masculine, I feel, believes it will do, it's like you received the information way back and you dealt with it. So you've already gone through that emotional turmoil of experiencing that as if it were real, if it was happening in the here and now. What it looks like is actually happening in the here and now. And for you, it's kind of like, that's old news. It's like, oh, I've already been through that emotion. So you already know how to deal with this situation. Okay. So it's something that he's actually scared about speaking up, and it's like, as a Divine Feminine, you would have had an intuitive insight, a dream, a vision. You would have had a message come through that this was occurring. And it's like you've already kind of, it's like you've already protected your space from, they had nonsense coming up in their reading. So it's like you already kind of understand the type of nonsense that could have occurred. So it's like it's not a shocker to you. It's an epiphany that you've already had. But it does feel like the actual realisation of that, the truth of that matter is going to be coming out now. Okay, so let's look into the future. So it feels like whatever he's going to tell you, he feels is going to be a bit of a shocker, and you're going to go, oh, okay. Like, I don't feel it's going to really rumble you. Nine of Cups. It doesn't affect you, Divine Feminine. You're still pouring this drink. It's the Divine Masculine's card, but you're sitting there pouring a drink. It feels more as if you're more pleased that he's told you, because it releases that weight off of his shoulders. You're like, kind of, how long have you been carrying that around for? And it's kind of like, oh, you know, so I want to say one of the benefits of being tapped in is that you get to see a lot of scenarios play out, and you have to emotionally be able to adapt and deal with these visions. So you're still pouring a drink here, Divine Feminine. It doesn't affect you. You're still waiting for your harvest and the Nine of Cups, and I feel more as if you're understanding the weight that this will lift off of the Divine Masculine's shoulders. So it's like you already know, but he's not sure how you would know, but you already know. So when he actually kind of speaks this truth, such a weight's going to be lifted. It's like, let me pour you a drink. What assistance do you have behind the scenes? There's a card that's in reverse here. Should we source it out? Because it's like the only, look, blue one. Should I look and see what it is? Oh, it's the Seven of Wands. Why is that in reverse? That didn't come out in reverse for the Divine Masculine. It came out twice. Okay, Seven of Wands in reverse. But that's why his guards have been up. Let me read what the reverse meaning means in this book. The Seven of Wands. Lack of confidence, anxiety and indecision. That's what's going on with the masculine. Lack of confidence, anxiety and and what? I can't remember. Indecision. So I've got like body cream over me, lumps and lumps of like body cream. Okay, so there we go. Lack of confidence. Should we just say that, Divine Masculine? Well, I want to put another card. What's assisting behind the scenes? Or what's going on behind the scenes? Is the Divine Masculine, he's lacking this confidence here. Indecision. Do I take the chance and tell the Divine Feminine what if she doesn't know? How is this going to affect her? The Divine Feminine, she's still in her elements of the Divine Feminine. Have no fear, Divine Masculine. It's like there's not really much that can shock the Divine Feminine. Look how lovely these cards are here. She's in your future position. I'm speaking like the masculines are watching, of course they are. Okay, so, sorry, I'll bring it back to Divine Feminine. You're in the future position, still pouring this drink. It doesn't really change anything. You're the Divine Feminine. That's your Divine Masculine. Okay. That Nine of Cups wanted to scoot towards that tower. Okay. What's assisting you behind the scenes? You remaining in your Divine Feminine energy. Okay, how are you feeling about this situation, Divine Feminine? You can see that your Divine Masculine, it's a boyish energy, so it's like he's really having to try and find his balance, okay? You understand that this means a lot to him. He's balancing himself out here. In the physical, we've got the Two of Pentacles here. How this is affecting others. Knight of Cups. It's encouraging him to express his love. He'll bring that cup to your table. Or you're at his table and he's coming like home. I don't know. Returning. He's returning anyway. He's bringing a cup to this table. That's going to make the 10 cups. That's how it's affecting the Divine Masculine. He's coming with love. Let's look at any hopes or fears that you have, Divine Feminine. You're resting, rejuvenating. I feel like you've got lavender here. Very calming. It's like you're only the other side of the wall. It's like you hear everything. And I feel like you've been sending like loving, healing energy to the Divine Masculine here. Hopes or fears. Even though it feels like it's had a big draining effect on you, a big impact on you and your energy, you're still sending love. Healing love towards the Divine Masculine. Okay. It's kind of like the energy of here. You understand how many towers the Divine Masculine will need to go through. You know what your Divine Masculine needs to clear. Even though it's not your doing to clear it, you do know what your Divine Masculine has to clear to be able to come to you correctly. And there is a lot of towers that they've had to go through to come to this realisation. Okay, what's the outcome? Oh, the High Priest. So they're definitely being directed. The Hierophant, the Divine. Everyone needs to put into practice all their knowledge. The power of their knowledge. It's time to kind of learn the lessons. Very interesting. Okay, well, let me clarify with the Rider-Waite. So what we're actually talking about is the Divine Masculine, craving. Let's get a card first before I read the book. Well, we've got 3 cards. There's fighting, there's conflict, internal. We have a third party situation. So who knows what's been going on behind the scenes? Should we just say that? We know a lot can occur. If there's a third party situation and we've got a King of Wands here, this could be about someone who's been kind of, do I want to say sleeping around? I don't really want to say that. I want to say it's just carelessness when it comes to love and sex. So there's some hidden secrets here. It's a devil energy. That doesn't mean that this could just be the masculine going over his past behaviour. Whatever it is, he wants to cut it out. Like, if he hasn't already, then he wants to cut it out. It wasn't kind of like, although the Divine Feminine would say, well, you'd need to cut out that behaviour, wouldn't you? When I mentioned here, you know what your Divine Masculine needs to clear, you kind of know his behavioural habits. So there are some things then that he needs to have a really good look at. So there's a conflict inside. I felt like there's 3 girls here and it's time just really to choose the one. And she is the one who's holding. If you can see the one who's looking directly at the camera, it's kind of, she's being pointed out by this other figure. And she's holding her cup the highest. Okay, there was another card. Queen of Cups, so somebody needs to be kind of let go. It isn't love. This is like a toxic cup of love here. So it's definitely coming in with the masculines, like reading as well, where there was, you know, somebody, he was realising this wasn't love and he was wanting to make some adjustments, some major adjustments. Okay. So what we're talking about is the conflict that the masculine has really on deciding on a true love partner. Okay. Is it better the devil you know? Wow. Depends if they block you from true love. So let's look at this. I don't want to read, apparently. Let's have a look at this King of Wands. What's blocking him? There isn't really anything blocking him apart from a fear, and it's a fear of being judged. He's working towards a connection. I said he was looking quite smug, so I feel like he's cut all that kind of behaviour out. Oh, you're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off of you. Okay, so now he's decided. He has decided what he wants, and he wants to work towards this true love connection. Now, Divine Feminine, I was picking up on this energy of you picking up on something in the past, something that he's very afraid to tell you. And it's like you've already had the epiphany. You've already had that message. And there are so many messages that we've received as Divine Feminines, and our Divine Masculines are not, we don't kind of reach out every time and say, hey, I've just had this vision, or, you know, we just kind of leave them to figure it out. But it is like we're kind of pre-warned about a lot of things. Okay, so the Two of Swords. There's the sneaky 7 that was showing up in his reading twice. And we have him moving on. So you know, whatever it is that's caused the Divine Masculine to kind of move on, to kind of blow his top. It was a bit like, he's on a roller coaster at the moment. I imagine you would have watched the reading anyway, but if you haven't, it does kind of very much come in with this, very much. So we have the 7 of Swords with the 6 of Swords in the past. This is kind of like, you know, in Divine Feminine there was going to be a time when he would have to actually deal with something, because it was going to be quite dramatic for him to deal with. So whatever insight you received, you knew that it would be earth-shattering, groundbreaking for your Divine Masculine. But that's his karma. Okay, and you knew that there would be a point he'd have to move on from that. Well, let's look at the Tower that the Divine Masculine, well, you seem to have, but it very much feels like a Divine Masculine reading again. Let's have a look at this Tower card. Secrets. Secrets, but then the card of intuition. The Moon. Tapping into your feminine intuition. So whatever it is, you already know. Divine Feminine. Okay. And I feel that also you've heard your Divine Masculine telepathically tell you all his troubles. Okay. So it's knowing without knowing, guys. Let's have a look at you, because this doesn't change anything. It's like, it very much looks like in the future you're pouring your Divine Masculine a drink. Okay. So it does feel like you are celebrating here in the future. All your wishes coming true. Well, this is all the Divine Masculine's wishes coming true, but you seem to be at the head of the table, Divine Feminine. Okay, the Husband card. Stability. So it's very much as if you're like adjusting into your correct positions. The Divine Masculine here wanting to choose, you know, a true love connection, a life partner, a divine counterpart. And it does very much feel, he feels quite certain and strong and secure about this offer. You're going to seal the deal. You're going to toast. That came up last week, wasn't it? What are we toasting to? Good fame and fortune, apparently. Okay, then. So behind the scenes, that didn't take long, did it? He was nervous, lacking confidence. And it's the Ace of Wands. It's the passion. I don't know why, but definitely like this feeling of, you know, keeping it zipped in your pants unless it's just for your divine counterpart here. It's like he only has passion for the one. Okay, things are happening really quickly, these messages. They could be messages from you, because I picked up the telepathy of you actually trying to calm your masculine hopes or fears. Well, you're resting, but it's like you can see through this wall. Hi. Why don't you stay down now? It's a good boy. But I don't really want you on the table. Okay, let's see if he obeys. Okay, so we have the communication coming in. This is how is this affecting you? Divine Feminine, I feel as if you are sending so much reassurance to your masculine. It's kind of like you know where he is, what assistance he's needing. Straight down. What assistance he's needing and how you can assist. And I feel you're assisting him energetically. Okay. So how this is impacting? Well, it's impacting the Divine Masculine to find some balance with Temperance here. So he's becoming more balanced. Oh, this is so nice, Divine Feminine. Look at this, all the healing energy you're sending. Your comforting, loving touch. It's like it's helping. I feel like he's probably got a toothache. You're helping to ease his toothache. He's got his towel between his legs here. And then we have the card of manifestation. Okay, so how this is affecting others. The Divine Masculine is becoming balanced, especially when it comes to offering this love to you, Divine Feminine. He's accepting your comforting, loving guidance, even though it's very telepathically sent. And he's waiting for the manifestation. So, hopes or fears, you're just doing what needs to be done. As you're resting, it feels like you're picking up on your masculine's energy. And you're having more clearer insight into his situation, secrets, and you're helping him to heal them through silent communication. Working in partnership with the masculines here. It feels very much as if you're trying to... I said about you being the other side of the wall. Well, he's at the veil here. Or you can say it's a wall as well that he's got. Now, that instrument that's being held there, you could maybe put that as if like you were listening against the wall and you could hear what was going on the other side. So it makes me feel as the Divine Masculine here is discussing things, his plans. He's definitely coming from a higher perspective as he's up there on the bench. And you can hear this, Divine Feminine. Look, he's chiselling away at the wall. So the veil is very thin, so you can hear all that's going on. And okay, I get it. He has a higher perspective. He hears your guidance. Okay, so he could be in a situation where, he might be in a meeting and he doesn't really know what to say. And then all of a sudden, you pop in to his mind with how to handle the situation. I feel very much it's about actually boosting people, like to be more enthusiastic and energetic, and it's like kind of helping him to give others some get up and go. I feel very much it's to do with his projects. When I've done the masculines reading, they're waiting for some kind of promotion, so they need to promote themselves. They need to exhibit confidence, not a lack of confidence. And I feel that's where you're coming in, Divine Feminine. Behind the scenes, it looks like you have the skill and the tact and the words to be able to help your Divine Masculine to excel wherever he is. So you can just tap in and kind of feel, well, where is he? You can put on the radio, you can open up a book. You'll know if your masculine kind of needs guidance, if he's lacking confidence, what he needs to do. Well, I don't think he's really going to have a choice. I feel like you're going to actually like get him excited. You might use your sexual energy to do that, to actually get him excited. And once he starts maybe thinking about you, excited thoughts about you, after that, especially if he's in some kind of collaboration with others, this isn't him on his own. This is about you getting him excited. So it could be thoughts come in regarding, I want to say, because we're using our sexual energy. So thoughts come in, sexual energy, which gets your masculine excited. He might think now's not the time or the place. And it's like, no, now is the time and the place. Because if you go and if that was to happen, he would probably have to excuse himself and kind of recoup from the actual experience. But what will happen is when he goes back, he's going to come back so much more oomphed up, if that makes sense. So that's about really transmuting the passionate energy. Your masculine may be feeling passionate about you. You're his wish. You fulfill his wishes. And I want to say in a sexual way, but turning this sexual energy around, you can then kind of, he could be as horny as hell. And you're kind of like, no, you're going to use that energy now. Now go and get others inspired. That's what I'm feeling there. So we've got the High Priest here who's like kind of, okay. All right. Genius status, okay, guys? Genius. You need the blend of all of it. Love, sex, romance. You tap into them and then you process it into a creative form. And come on, when do we always feel more alive? When we're in love, when we're courting, when we're dating, when we've been up all night, burning the candle at both ends. Like you kind of, you dwell on those thoughts, don't you? They keep you going. They're inspiring. They make you feel as if you're on top of the world. Well, let's have a look. So it's time to make a decision. Now, I'm going to read this card here. I feel like the masculine's trying to focus on other things, and then it's just like the Divine Feminine's like, look up. It's like, okay. I'm going to read the High Priest. When this card appears in a reading, it means that there are questions that need answering and advice to be sought. So, I feel like the masculine's feeling a bit lost, taps into his feminine energy, and it's like then you've kind of opened up the So I feel whatever maybe he's involved in, he's kind of lacking inspiration at the moment. But by tapping into you, Divine Feminine, especially if you're directing it towards your masculine's energy with the purpose of being able to inspire him through it, to inspire others, it very much looks as if, he's going to become indispensable from the company that he's keeping. So when this card appears in a reading, it means that there are questions that need answering and advice to be sought. And it looks like it's the masculine. And the High Priest is saying, ask the High Priestess. Look up for guidance. Classically, this card denotes a need for legal advice or counselling. It may also indicate a course of study or furthering your education, or the need to settle disputes in a coven. But remember that the High Priest is a wise and patient counsellor, an elder and a teacher. He does not give you all the answers to your questions. So they can't do it for you, neither can the Divine Feminine. But she can sure put some words into your mouth, okay, and have them flowing in an elegantly graceful way. Instead, he helps you figure out where to look for your own truths. He places in your hands the keys to unlock the mysteries and to gain deeper knowledge, then trusts that you will find the answers yourself using the lessons he has so carefully taught you. Wow, Divine Masculine, I feel like you're really tapping into your feminine's wisdom here and using it for your own benefit. The Divine Feminine, she's all for it. It's part of the plan, isn't it? You're a power couple, you power each other up, especially when one's feeling a little bit low and is lacking inspiration, motivation and confidence. Boom, in comes your counterpart. Okay, what's the bottom of the text? This is such a mature love. I picked up this card in the masculine's reading about him actually kind of being in that cup that he's walking past here in the background. I feel like it's a Jack in the Box. So I feel like it could have all been like pop goes the weasel. All that pent up energy. It's like shit. Okay. Two of Wands, Divine Masculine, or Divine Feminines, but we know the Divine Masculines will be watching. Two of Wands. The card of partial success, okay, but you're not alone, are you? Just, he's been so good, isn't he? Two of Wands. Let's read this card. Paying attention. This card represents partial success. While others may think you hold the world in the palm of your hand, you may still feel like you are unsure of where to go next. Such scenarios occur when an unexpected promotion or career advancement leaves you feeling unsure of what to do next. There is a partial success, and you may feel like you are at the halfway point of your personal goals. There are choices and serious decisions to be made. Oh, we can see that. Divine Masculine, I feel I'm talking to you guys, okay? There are choices and serious decisions to be made, but look around you. There is help, support and advice from a mentor. Take their good advice and enjoy this new business or career opportunity. Finally, this card can symbolise a successful business partnership. Energetic one, most definitely. Creative, inspiring, mind-blowing, soul-shocking. It's electrifying. Keywords: preparation for a favourable change, partial success, good advice from a mentor, successful business partnerships. Yeah! So you can get through, Divine Feminine. You'll know the kind of endeavours that your masculine's involved in, okay? He's looking for some guidance. Not sure what to do. Partial success comes when there could be a promotion on the table. Not sure what to do. Okay. Divine Feminines, where are we going with you guys from here? We're going to look at the Divine Feminines cards. It's like the third eye here, but it's like burning for that King of Wands. Okay. I don't want two cards. Thank you. Sarada Devi. Oh, Sarada Devi. The Divine Mother. It's not the devil. Look, she's got the L off of it. Oh, okay. Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. No judgment from the Divine Feminine here. Hello, Lily. Sarada Devi. How are you doing, Lily? Hey. Hello. Come on in. Come and say hi. Hey. You're a lot lighter than your brother. Okay. 92. Page number 92. Let's read about this. We are just going to read when your soul selects her card, Divine Feminine. Sarada Devi loved all her disciples unconditionally and equally. In her teachings, she emphasised that there is no such thing as a stranger. She encouraged her devotees to understand that everyone we meet is actually a part of us and is connected to us. And that if we want to experience true peace, we need to own the fault and judgment that we project onto others. We need to see our own faults and forgive them with love. Sarada Devi whispers gently to us, "No one is a stranger, my child. This whole world is your own." So if something keeps showing up in the people we meet and in the relationships we are cultivating, Sarada asks us to meet them from within us. Meaning the aspects of this other person that might be causing us pain or frustration, or just plain aversion, these same aspects exist within us. Unless we are willing to really meet with these aspects within us, the universe will keep presenting them to us in our relationships. And it's not to piss us off, it's to free us. It's out of a deep love for us to fully heal. The goal here is for us to love ourselves fiercely from within, without judgment or shame for where we are in the moment. The goal is to let us mother ourselves with unconditional love. That's the only love that will quiet those harsh, critical voices within us, so we can stop wasting our time mired in judgment of others or ourselves, and get on with being the perfectly imperfect light that we are. The soul voice meditation. What am I currently judging or criticising about myself? Intention. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. I do actually feel like we're using this sexual creative energy, and the Divine Masculine's picking up on it. It's like feeling extremely, well, let's say horny. And it could be obviously whilst you're practicing pleasuring yourself, Divine Feminine, when you're in a state of pleasure. However, that fits with you. But it feels very much, he's picking up on them, and it's like, it's not to piss you off, Divine Masculine. Okay, it's like kind of turn you on at the wrong times. It's at exactly the right time that you tap into this, because it's projecting out there a creative, inspirational energy that's going to help you with like a promotion, your life purpose. I'm going to leave a Sacred Spirit reading card, Divine Feminine. That's not many oracle cards for you guys. It's like you don't really need them. You kind of know what's going on. So, okay. And the Divine Masculines had their own reading, and then like kind of a lot of yours as well. Greedy. The Dark Night of the Soul. Card number 11. Life brings new meaning. You're helping him here. I've opened up to Astral Travel. That was the card that came up last time, wasn't it? We used these cards. We got the Dark Night of the Soul, healing a crisis, and life brings new meaning. The Dark Night of the Soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredible, trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability and darkness. Sounds exactly where the Divine Masculine is. So he's reaching out to you, Divine Feminine, and you're reaching back. It feels actually like you're reaching out to him energetically. It's like you pick up the vibe before he kind of knows what's going on. He's like slipping deeper and deeper, and it's like time for you to like perk him up. So sometimes the most insignificant events can spiral an individual into a dark night experience. Like the straw that broke the camel's back, your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal as night turns into day. It's like, can't you keep them activities during the night time? It's like, no, not if you're out working during the day, no. It's needed now. Jeez. Okay. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you have only a limited support network of close friends or family. And I'm going to say, really, the only person you can really trust to get you through this, to guide you, is your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone to shift through these challenges. Right now you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy and sadness. That a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environment and personal interests. Like the earth cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns or stories that are lying beneath the surface if you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience. Stop and surrender to the universe. Okay, so somehow Divine Masculine, your Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, you're getting really to the core of the Divine Masculine. Okay, I'm not going to say like he's like your puppet, but you're definitely directing. He's looking for direction. And he's looking your way, or feeling your way. Okay. And feeling your way, I feel it's a sexual connection that comes in first, and then you're going to transmute this. Okay. The shadow aspect, refusing to accept change, passive-aggressive and fighting for control. Let's read this affirmation. I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. Well, they had that Wheel of Fortune. I think this is another thing that was big on their reading. Was it was the outcome for them, the Wheel of Fortune. It was like, hold on to your hats. You're going to be on a roller coaster ride. Okay, let's leave it there. guys, I'll be back on Wednesday for a tarot reading. We're going to do a free flow reading then. If you'd like to book a personal reading, it's on Wednesdays that I'll be doing those, so you can email me, details in the description box. And make sure to follow me over on Facebook under Sheldon Sanctuary. Okay, just for daily tips and hints, that's what they are. They're hints. It always comes in with the current energy, guys. Okay, so have yourself a fantastic week. 2 very interesting readings today. And I will catch up with you guys soon. So take care. Much love. Bye for now.